Hi there, my name is Jacqueline Rose, and I don't believe in coincidences. So I believe you clicked on my channel for a reason. So why don't you watch this video and maybe a few more and see if anything resonates with you. And subscribe to my channel if you like it. Anyways, so this weekend, I always get all these ideas all the time, and I have like different on my phone, and I'm trying to write stuff down, and it's crazy. But anyways, I think during this a process of finding yourself, ascension, enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, there are going to be ups and downs. There yesterday, there was a high for me, and then I went fucking down, dude. Like, I was crying by the end of the night and felt just horrible, but I was like on top of cloud 9 in like the beginning of the day. So there's a lot of this yo-yo stuff that goes on. But if you can take a step back and see what's like happening and what the lesson's learning, like that's what in the middle of my crying, I was like, what am I supposed to learn in this? You know? So I think these are some ways that I follow that guy, Aaron Doherty, and he has some like morning routines and evening routines, and they're kind of the same. At least these are the simple routines that I can do in my life to help my mind stay in a good space. First off, I listen to guided meditation every morning. I set my alarm for 5:30 in the morning. I put in my earbuds and I lay in my bed and I listen, and half the time I fall asleep. But my subconscious, your subconscious is always recording. That's why when you say bad thoughts, you know, it's just recording. It's just giving you back what you want. And so even if I fall asleep during that meditation, I'm fine. Same at night, I'll fall asleep a lot of the time. Not always, but I do fall asleep. So I put the meditation on. It's something, right? So I put the meditation on, guided meditation. I listen to one right now about raising my vibration. I first listened to one for the first 21 days it was about like, basically it told me to love myself and to envision what my life was. And those meditations would like fucking give me a high. But I do that in the morning, and then after that, I try to, if I cannot pull out my book and it is not close to me, because I'm in the dark a lot of the times in the morning because my husband is sleeping and he don't want to be bothered with my bullshit. So if I can't pull out my book, I lay there and I tell God what I'm grateful for, and I thank him. I tell Source, God, whatever the hell you want to call it, is the thing that created all of us. I sit out there and I say thanks. Source, spirits, ETs, whatever the fuck you want to think is on the other side, you thank them and you say what you're thankful for in your life. And so here is sorry, I should have this pulled up, but I say I'm grateful, and I start that with everything. I say I'm grateful for God, I'm grateful for my husband, I'm grateful for my son, I'm grateful for my friends, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for my body, I'm grateful for my family. Even in the moment, if you don't feel like you're super grateful for those things, you are though. Like, you have it better than a ton of people. Even if it's not perfect, you have it better. Somebody would love to have your motherfucking problems, okay? Just think about some kids in Ethiopia that have no fucking shoes. They would love to have your problems. So think of all the ways that you're blessed and write them down and say them. So I meditate, I say these. Even if I don't have them close to me, I just think of whatever's on my mind. I also have this statement that I do before meditation, or I wrote it. And here's some of my statement that I read after I say what I'm grateful for. And this is a routine. These are little things that aren't big deals, what it does, because when you first wake up and you first go to sleep, I don't know all the details, but you're in like this alpha state of your brain. So you have to know about how your brain works too. It said 4:20 on the clock again. Your brain absorbs right before you go to bed and right before you wake up, because your dreams are important and the sleeping state is super important. So you want to do this first thing and right before you go to bed, because it helps you for the next day. It helps keep because we're going to get depressed during the day. We're used to getting depressed. We're programmed to get depressed. So how do we help ourselves out of that? I turn on music immediately in the morning. And then I do these things, and it helps me put myself in a better state of mind, because, you know, you just got to do whatever you can. You have to trick yourself. So this statement is, I am a beautiful, wise woman, and I am good enough just the way I am. I am free of all guilt and anger and fear in all areas of my life. I feel safe every day knowing that God's white light is watching over me and guides me to my best possible life ever. I have an intimate relationship with my tarot cards and my oracle cards. We speak the same language, so it is easy for me to understand. I have an amazing relationship with my husband and son. I only surround myself with supportive, loving people that cheer me on. So these are things that I didn't necessarily think at the beginning. I did the opposite. I didn't think I was a wise woman, and I didn't think I was beautiful, but I changed it. So, and then I also, you know, have problems with guilt and fear and anger. I changed it. I'm trying to learn about my tarot cards and my oracle cards. So you say these things every morning, so it puts it in your brain. Okay? And you start to trick your brain, and this ends up happening in your life. You do this, I'm telling you, you do this, it will work. Okay? And then I also do a statement, which I'm not going to really share mine. I think, what is that guy? He does the martial arts. I forget his name. I had a brain fart. But it's like, I forgot what it's called. Okay, so this one said, I don't really want to share it, but it says, I'm Jacqueline Laws. Okay, let's say you are whoever you are, and you want to be a singer, or you want to be a writer. So you're going to say, I'm Joe Blow, and I am a well-known singer. With my singing, I am going to spread my light around the world. With my poetry, I am going to speak to people and add kindness. So you want to say what you're going to be, or what you see yourself as. You're going to see how you give back with whatever your talent or your passion is. And then I also say, like, I'm going to have a company that spreads light, that gives back. I travel often. I've always wanted to travel. So I'm writing out what I see myself in the future being. And I'm telling myself every morning, so you create that life. I think it's easy to get down in these spirals of darkness. I do it. I do it in a moment. I mean, yesterday I had this amazing, if you don't follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you should ask to be my friend on Facebook too, because I share some things on Facebook that I don't share on Instagram because the amount of like video time they give you. Look, again, I'm just trying to figure out all this fucking technology shit, right? So I shared a story about how I manifest. Now, I'm telling y'all, I manifest all the time. Yesterday, I went to work and I picked up a client. Like, it was a client that was already on my books, right? That I forgot to put down somehow. I don't know how I forgot to put it down because I'm pretty good at this shit. And so I had 2 clients and they text me, hey, do we have it? I tell myself every morning, I'm going to make unexpected money. I don't know how. And I always do. I either make more tips or I unexpectedly got that client. Maybe she was on my books, but I believe it was unexpected. I believe the universe gave me extra money. I also told a story about these Adidas on Facebook, about these Adidas that I wanted and how I found money in my purse. And I told the universe that I was only going to spend $50. And I had a coupon, and I mean, everything fell in line. It just works out. Like, I manifest. But you have to be in a high vibrational state to manifest things. And sometimes I am, and sometimes I'm not. I see myself when I get upset. Like yesterday, I was on a high, and then I came home, and I pulled up, and my husband didn't get up, didn't even blink when I came home. Not his fault, it's just how I felt. I want him to come over to me and say, hey, baby, I love you. It's just how I felt. That was a negative thought. And then my son started to act up, and he was just berating me. And I needed help from my husband, and I had to tell him I was just I was getting in this negative space. And what happens is you get a negative thought, and then you can spiral down. I mean, it went upstairs. My son came upstairs, and he put something behind the door in the bathroom, and it crashed into 2 pictures, and the pictures came down in my bathroom, which reminds me, I gotta go clean that bathroom. And there was glass everywhere. I mean, and I remember in that moment, I was like, you have to stay calm. You cannot let this spill over to your child. This is an accident. He didn't mean to do it. He's mad. He's in a bad space. You have to stay calm, because an old me would be like, why'd you do that? You know, this is what happens. That doesn't help. So I had to go, this isn't your fault. It was an accident. And he was still like, I'm, you know, going into it. You have to catch yourself. I did come downstairs and sit over my sink and sat there and cried and felt really alone in the moment. See, I'm emotional now. But this morning I got up and I chose to do something different. And I did this, got back to this, made sure that I did this. I meditated. I sent out stuff on social media. I thought about and wrote down ideas of what I'm going to do on YouTube. Those things I'm passionate about. I am passionate about changing people's lives and helping people change their lives. So I just, you know, these are a few things that I wanted to share with you. And hopefully you get something from it. But holler for a motherfucking dollar. Peace.